Hello, and welcome back to Explain the Charts. Today, June 20th, 2025, we're taking an in-depth look at Apple, APL, stock. We're going to analyze recent news and events, and then dive deep into the charts to see what they tell us. Apple stock has been struggling lately, entering what some are calling a bear market. Let's see what's going on. Recent news indicates Apple closed at $196.08 yesterday, and there's mixed analyst sentiment regarding a potential recovery. While some see a moderate buy opportunity with an average 12-month price target around $234.86, others caution about slowing revenue growth and valuation concerns. Tariff concerns, especially related to manufacturing in China, remain a significant headwind. On the positive side, Apple is investing heavily in AI, which could be a future growth driver, and the services segment continues to show strength. Now, let's switch over to the daily chart to see how these factors are reflected in the price action. Looking at the daily chart, we can see a clear downtrend, especially since peaking near $260 in late 2024. The stock has been trading below the crucial $200 level, acting as a psychological resistance. Let's narrow our focus to the last few months to get a clearer picture of the recent price movement. We can see the large drop in early April 2025, followed by multiple failed attempts to break back upwards. The price found some support around $170 in early March, but that level was tested and broken convincingly soon after. Now, let's look at the 1-hour chart to get more granular detail. Alright, let's zoom in on the 1-hour chart for a closer look. We'll focus on the last few weeks of trading. Here on the hourly chart, we can see the struggle to maintain any upward momentum. Notice the frequent reversals and the lack of sustained bullish runs. We can see Apple's stock had a tough time making a comeback lately. Key levels to watch include that resistance around $200 and the recent support around $195. A break above $200 would be a bullish signal, potentially fueled by positive AI news or easing tariff concerns. However, a continued failure to break above $200 and a drop below $195 could signal further downside, especially if negative news persists. Zooming into the 15-minute chart gives us an even more detailed view of the immediate price action. Looking at the 15-minute chart, we can really see those small swings. This is useful if you're trading with options. Currently, Apple's trying to trade at around $196, but that level hasn't been successfully held for a long time. If it fails here, we could expect the stock to fall to $195.50. On the other hand, if the news shows signs of Apple recovering or some promising AI news, the stock could shoot up to $197, which we'd need to see if it can hold. Let's recap. Key price levels to watch are $200 as major resistance and $195 as a potential support level. Given the current market conditions and analyst sentiment, I'd say a sustained breakout above $200 has a 40% chance in the short term, while a drop below $195 has a 60% chance. These percentages are just my estimates based on the information we have today. Keep an eye out for any major news regarding tariffs, AI advancements, and overall market sentiment, as these will heavily influence Apple's price action. Thanks for tuning in to Explain the Charts.